prep in the beginning. I worked as an au pair for 2 small children in the mountains, far away from any city. I had a lot of time to indulge in all the activities I always wanted to do. Only 5 hours a day, weekends not included, were blocked. What does one do when they are alone, and which lessons can be learned from that? Let's find it out together. First off, I want to take a look at the 5 hours I could not decide what to do. Well, I kind of did beforehand, but when I signed up for childcare, I didn't know what was in store for me. As it turned out, the lessons I learned can be summoned pretty easily. I am not mature enough to have or take care of children because I do not have a single clue what is right or wrong in upbringing. I just feel like I can't take over enough responsibility for building an opinion about education and literally influencing the rest of the kid's life. One thing I did learn for later though, kids have to be apart from their mom to fully indulge with another human being. Let's hope I will remember that. I don't see myself spending this much time on thinking over one particular topic and in the end doing everything wrong. I'm a creator. Even after creating a workaway profile, I felt more accomplished than 1 week of babysitting. My favorite type of creating is to write. Once I start writing without interruption, I cannot stop. I feel flowy, as if everything comes together. In its purest state, for me, writing is organizing thoughts that bumble around in my head. Normally, they are hard to explain, but when I write, I can put them in a sensible sequence. People don't understand me wrong anymore. What a relief. In my case, especially essays are such a great way to connect to people. It's a hard brain workout and so easily not perfect. So yeah, I rarely write essays. Why, Bella? You may rightfully ask. Because I'm a lazy person and I, just like everyone else, naturally seek comfort, which is good from time to time. The problematic side shows up when cluttering happens. I hate cluttered spaces, especially if we're talking about my brain. So I need to clean up around and inside of me. I have to write even if I don't want to. Just 15 minutes of challenging my brain cells are worth it. I achieved something. In the best case, I came closer to my goal of making the world a better place. Which sounds pretty idealistic, I know. But I want to be optimistic, idealistic, dream big. And even though I tried not to focus on negativity, some days my pain body crawled out of its little hole and started to tease me. There were mornings when I woke up and got disappointed looking out of the window. I went to the kitchen. There was an hour of dishes to clean. I got triggered, didn't have the strength to focus on peace, distance. With a brain that couldn't stop rotating, the only thing I wanted to do was to watch something. And then I felt bad about not doing anything productive. The vicious circle started. I was unhappy. So, I said, I know this situation. I need fresh air and maybe breaking out a little. And so I did. While strolling around through the almond fields under the cloudy sky, my pain started to speak up. Indulge in me. I was prepared. All the reading is not for nothing, I thought, and so I remembered to say, "Thank you. Next emotion, please. I will concentrate on the beauty of nature and life around me." The thing about these pain attacks is that I don't need them anymore. I grew out of this habit of pitying myself, and it's time to let go of the fear of not being worth it. Still, my body tries to keep me away from experiencing pure happiness. Without worrying, I am not strong enough to keep my mind silent. So I cried. And if I say I cried, I mean really diving deep and letting everything out. If the pain is already there, I have to accept it, because if I don't handle it, it will always knock on my door. Hugging usually happens after expressing one's feeling in a fight, and so I did. If my pain and I are able to hug, I can let go of it. Nobody but me is responsible for the way I feel. In my darkest hours, I can turn to myself and imagine how 19-year-old Bella is hugging 6-year-old Bella. You're going to be well. Everything is going to be okay. I am here for you. I see you and I hear you. It is that connection and that love for myself, this trust and knowledge that all the pain I'm feeling right now is going to be forgotten in 10 years, that turns situations of sadness into situations of growth and healing. The simplicity of pain reminds me of the simplicity of love. To remind myself more often of this kind of love, I started doing yoga again, as you already know. Even though I did yoga before, I never realized how unstretchable my whole body was. And instead of focusing on my breath, I often focused on the poses I could not do. Such a buzzkill. So I decided not to, and it worked. Forgiveness, my friends. Now I am happy to see a little difference every day. I don't want a whole cake at once. After stretching my body, it's time for stretching my mind. The liberation kriya is a meditation technique I discovered this month, which is all about seeking on comfort and finding the calm within. It's hard and scary, but it teaches a lot in 9 minutes. For example, that the fear itself is immensely more worse than the actual thing. If you give in to the fear of not being able to do it, you will get nervous. It will be impossible for you to stay focused and your body will start moving. Why did I sign up for this, and where's my comfort? I was tired of this anxiety, so I created yet another list. The good kriya list. First off, treat it as if it was a breathing exercise. When you concentrate on your breath and your brain, the attention is drawn to that and not to your sore arms. Second, posture. Keep your head straight, your shoulders down, and the knuckles have to stay where they are. Third, relax everything besides your arms and really engage your muscles. Being active will be a lot easier than being passive in the end. And last but not least, remember, if you don't think about time, time is not there, which actually is true for every meditation. They are all about clarity and not illusion. I myself love to meditate in the morning, in the shower, while making the coffee or the laundry, or just enjoying the sun. Meditation can mean whatever you want it to be. If you are doing a breathing exercise, I would advise you to do it while laying down. It's a lot easier, less spine straightening to stress about. For me personally, body scans are the best way to find my way back into reality when I'm feeling a little bit dizzy. Being in nature alone is therapy, and there are different ways to do it. Hiking, for example, is a great way to appreciate, and it teaches a lot of calendar lessons about life, like you have to forge your own path, or if you are not absolutely present, you will fall. Hiking without music is so grounding to me, and it wakes the urge to connect to the ones I love. I want to share my joy with them and show them how beautiful it can be. So, is this my happy end? Sitting on a mountain, brimming over the edge with love and presence, not being able to hold my tears back because I'm so grateful? Not quite. Even though I really wish I would have actually discovered the cure for everything. My persona is a bit more complicated. Okay, let me explain. It was another sunny day. I just fled from a Spanish hiking crew because I somehow thought they wanted to murder me, and literally ran to the top of a lonely mountain, far away from home. So I sat there in silence while the sun kissed my face. I read my favorite book in front of the most beautiful panorama. The perfect moment I've been dreaming of. This is why I wanted to come here. But my thoughts, they wandered and wandered until they got stuck.
I want a beer.
Was the only thing I could think. I was shocked. I just wanted to enjoy my spiritual journey and sit on this mountain. But there was this voice in me which got louder and louder.
Let's do something crazy. Let's enjoy life to the fullest.
But I am enjoying life.
Okay, and why doesn't it feel right then?
And then it came to me. I wasn't living my true life. I adapted someone else's way and stopped listening to all the different parts of me. I knew it from this moment. Party me has the exact same right to exist as self-help me.
I have I think everyone has this, but with me it's very extreme that I have this both sides that literally can't live with each other. One side wants to party, wants to do weird stuff, wants to do some crazy stuff and do whatever the fuck they want to. And the other side is I want to wake up early, I want to write in my book, I want to go hiking, enjoy the sun, and meditate. And I don't know how to combine them yet.
I don't know if that is a defense mechanism of my body or a true part of myself, but it is obviously not healthy to tear myself apart. I realized I don't want to be a guru or a monk. I want to be and have always been an adventurer, which doesn't mean inner peace isn't possible, because that's what it's about. Staying open for new truths and welcoming the change, knowing that inside of me there will always be a home. Before settling down for anything, I want to follow my face as often as possible. Who wants a toxic relationship with the person they spend all of their time with? I don't, and I hope you don't want that as well. So I quit. It's time to just be me without forbidding myself anything.
I can never do the right thing, and that's totally okay. The fuck? I have to try. I mean, I tried, but I kind of think the second party side, that's my ego that just wants to flee this world and blah 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 blah. And yeah, that's true though. But I still want to fucking enjoy whatever I want to do. Yeah.
Discovering this truth, I needed to laugh so hard because every thought that told me not to be as happy as possible seemed extraordinarily ridiculous. Humor is the cure to everything. Life itself is funny all the time. You just have to listen to it. Change your perspective. In the real end, I decided my mantra is going to be: I want to celebrate everything. So thank you. And goodbye, Murcia. See you in Tenerife.